So it's actually Saturday morning. I went and did some errands yesterday on my lunch break, and I was gonna take y'all along, and then time is just not a friend whenever you're trying to do like 3 to 4 errands on an hour lunch break. Just saying. Because there's always going to be a screw up at one of them, and that's what happened. So I didn't have time to really include that. I'm trying to get the cat case, one of the cat cases out, because Potter's going to the vet today. We have to leave here in a few minutes, so I'll film some of that. But I didn't do anything last night. Whenever I got home, actually whenever I left work, I was really craving wings. So I went to Wingstop and got wings and came home and I ate them. Potter, he's stealing pins. But I came home and I ate my wings and watched a little bit of TV, cuddled with Potter, did 2 Facebook Lives, and one in my Panda group and one in another group that I'm in, showing off my new planner. So if you want to see about my new planner, I can like briefly show it in this vlog, but I'm not going to do like a 20-minute video like I did on the live, but it's on my Panda group still. So I did those, and then just Potter's butt just moved my hand, so sorry for that. But anyways, I did those, and then I watched a little bit more TV, and then I decided I'm really tired. So I went into my room and I finished the show that I was watching in my room, and I was asleep by probably 9:15. So I literally did nothing yesterday. I got home around 5:30, finished eating around 6:15 because I got a phone call. So I wasn't eating obviously during that time period, so I started eating later. And then I did 2 Facebook Lives that were roughly 20 to 30 minutes long each, watched an hour of TV, and then laid down. Yep. So, oh, guess I got water on me. So today's plan and goal is Potter's going to the vet. Then I'm going to come home. I'm going to change my t-shirt because this already has a lot of cat hair on it, so that's why I'm wearing it to the vet. But it's going to get even more because he freaks out at the vet, and so he like starts releasing hair like crazy. So I'm going to change my shirt, and then I'm going to go meet my friend Ashton for breakfast, and then he's going to come over and we're going to watch some movies. I'm going to stitch during that time. Still haven't decided what I'm going to stitch. I really kind of want to work on Quotes to Live By, but I also really want to work on New World, but I also really want to work on Sewing Cats, but I also really want to work on Toasty TARDIS. No clue. Ooh, I also want to work on the bees. Those are all the ones that I'm hoping to work on at some point this month. And they all just sound fantastic. That's how excited I am for all of them. So we'll see which one I pull out. It's supposed to rain today. If it's not raining by the time that Ashton and I get back over to the house, I'm going to start watering because I really need to water my trees. So we'll see how that goes. And then tonight I'm going to do some more KonMariing. Surprise, surprise. And cleaning and stitching. So those are the goals for the day. So I will be able to take you around with me for most of the day. I don't know if Ashton will want to be on film at all. I have no idea. I have never asked him. So we'll see what he says. He'll most likely say no. So probably very limited recording while he's here, but later. So let's go to the vet. He hates the vet so much. I tried tricking him with treats. We played with the laser. He knew that something was up. He's freaking out. We're early. The vet doesn't open up till 8. It's only about 7:30, and it only takes about 5-10 minutes to get there. Potter, come here, buddy. Come here, Pot. Here, you can have your head out. It's okay. He's freaking out. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I hate this so much, but we have to figure out what's wrong with him. He hates not being at the house. Like, he hates leaving the house. Buddy, you've got your fat head stuck outside of this container. Oh dear God. Okay. Okay. He's already releasing like tons of hair, if you can tell with just in the last few seconds. I'm significantly hairier, so we'll see what the vet says. Okay, so the vet gave him an antibiotic shot, so the one that he's gotten before for the urinary infection. So that's good, and hopefully that starts working. He said that because he did have a response to the meds the first time, i.e. like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that gives him hope that this will work. But he wants me, oh, also, I noticed something around his bum hole. And apparently Potter has also had a tapeworm. So that 2 pounds that he needed to lose to be around closer to like 17, because he needs to be in like the 15, 17 range. He's now 17 pounds. And he said like there was no way you would have known unless you did start noticing what you noticed. So anyways, that's that. So he also got a shot for that, so that will finally go away. But other than that, he wants me to try this stuff called Feel Away, which is a pheromone spray for cats that you spray in the areas that they are at the most. And they also have like diffusers and stuff for it and that kind of a thing. So boop boop boop. All right, let's see if I can back into this parking spot while talking to you. Okay, so I turned y'all off because I needed to, like, I did it, but then I need to straighten up because I'm not a dick. And I'm in a big truck, so I like to not be a dick in a big truck. So anyways, so I'm gonna try this Feel Away thing. It's apparently like the pheromone that like the mom cat would release whenever they're like kittens, so that way it like comforts them and stuff. So he wants me to try that in the areas that he really likes. They have sprays that you can like spray like the couch or your bed or whatnot, and they also have just like diffusers that'll help like diffuse it throughout the house, so that way it gets into more places. And then we're gonna try all these things and hopefully it'll stay away, and whenever I'm ready to change out his food, I may go ahead and just change it out. They have one that is for urinary issues, and there's also a combo with the stress. So it's for stress and for urinary, so he would kind of be getting like a small dose of happiness every time he ate, which could also really help out. So we're just trying to do all of the preventative type stuff first. So right now we're going to try this, and then I may just incorporate it as his food just because he does have high anxiety. He gets it from his mama. But he does have high anxiety issues, so I may want to incorporate it into his food just as an extra preventative. Because we want to avoid putting him like on actual anxiety meds. I don't want to have to do that to him every day, give him anxiety meds, or have to do it like if I'm going out of town or something. Like I don't want to have to do that to him. I'd rather it just be integrated into his daily life, and it just becomes like a thing that we're just constantly preventing, and him only have like a really bad outbreak occasionally, if not ever again. Because besides this issue, he is like one of the best cats I've ever had in my entire life. He's so friendly, he's so cuddly, he's so attentive, and he doesn't do anything else wrong. It's just he sometimes gets overwhelmed with his life, which we always make the joke that like our pets have like the best lives ever, but you know, even cats can get massive anxiety, which is just crazy to me, but it also makes sense because they are a more finicky animal, and more sensitive to a lot of different things. So we're gonna try these things. So I'm at breakfast. I'm about to meet up with Ashton because he's not here yet, and we're gonna have breakfast, and then I'm gonna see if he'll go to Petco with me to get this stuff for Potter before we go watch movies at the house. So that's the plan. I'll record if he lets me. I don't know if he wants to be on YouTube, so he doesn't even like have pictures of himself on his Facebook, so we'll see. Okay, so the sleepy boy himself is really cuddly at the moment. It's taken him several hours to be friends with me again. He's being so sweet. So Ashton and I went to breakfast. Oh, what is up with my voice? Ashton and I went to breakfast, and then we ran a few errands. I went to Target to go get more pee pads, and some more catnip because this little guy loves catnip, and so does Gizmo. They both really, really love catnip, so I was like, anything to drug them. Sounds great. Because my other bag is close to empty. Then we went to the dollar store, and I got some new laser pointers because his was running super low on battery, and it's way cheaper to buy a new one. So I went and I got another laser pointer and a couple of backups for later. What else did we get for you? Oh, I got some spray to put on his favorite spots. He had one accident since being home, but that was a couple hours ago. And it was only like an hour and a half after getting the shot, so hoping that kicks in really soon. But otherwise, Ashton and I, whenever we got back to my house, we watched 2 movies. We watched the movie about Henrietta Lacks, which was amazing, and then we watched Trolls on Netflix. So, highly recommend. Very different from the Trolls movie that came out in the early 90s whenever I was a kid. Very different, but super cute, so fun, very colorful, but overall just a really good movie. I think I'm gonna run to the grocery store really fast to get a few things that I need for this week. I'm gonna make some pies on Friday at the end of the week, but I'm gonna get the ingredients for those later, just because I want them to be as fresh as possible. So I'll either go run and grab those Thursday or Friday, but I'm gonna go, I think, get a few things. I'm also watering the yard, because tomorrow I'm doing some flower planting. How exciting. Yeah, so that's so far what's been going on. I've been stitching a little bit, so while Ashton was over, I was stitching. So I got my quotes to live by back out, and I've done the pink border for the bottom corner one. And the reason why I'm kind of like starting these out of order, because the next one was supposed to be this one, is because as I do it, I'm going to bring the border up too, to kind of like kill two birds with one stone kind of a thing. So I'm working on the B for the word better. And I'm color completing, because this would not be a video with me without some color completing. So put my Hade aside for now, and this week I'm going to be working on my quotes to live by. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll probably come back and stitch a little bit more, and then later today I'll do some KonMariing. I'm like super tired. And I don't know, I just kind of don't want to do too much too fast, because I just don't want to freak him out. He's had a rough day. So I'll check in with y'all later. Okay, I'm so tired. It's 10:30. That's the latest I've stayed up in like 4 days. So this is where I'm at. So I'm color completing. Oh my God, I cannot hold this to save my life. Okay, so finished the word better, and I worked on the border mostly. So I still have a decent amount to go for this one, but most of it is back stitching at this point. But I think not a bad start for one day. I don't think, especially since I probably maybe worked on it 3.5, 4 hours maybe. Not the fastest stitcher, but that's okay. But yeah, the monotonous borders are kind of slowing me down a little bit, but I want to get the border done at the same time on this side, so I'm doing it at the same time. But gonna work on that some more tomorrow. I did not do any KonMariing today. Kind of not really feeling doing it this weekend. And I don't really know why. Like, I'm motivated to finish it, but I just feel like I needed a break. But tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up. I have to do some planting and some yard work, and then I'm gonna come inside and shower, because I somehow always get incredibly messy whenever I do any amount of yard work. So gonna come in and shower after I do that, and then depending on, oh my God, my eye, something in my eye. Depending on how sore and or tired I am, I may just stitch. Hey guys, so my little boy is very, very happy today. He's very sleepy, but he had one accident yesterday morning, about 2 hours after the vet, and none since then. And so whenever I cleaned out the litter boxes earlier, he had peed in the litter box. I'm so excited. Say hellos. He just wants to cuddle. I have been stitching this morning, so whenever this little cuddle session is over, I'll show y'all where I'm at on the quote that I've been working on. Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. So, I'll see y'all soon. Hey, so today I did some yard work from 7 to 8:30, and so I was trying to do it while it was so cool outside, but once again my temperature got incredibly high, and by 8:30 I stopped between 8:30 and 9. It had gotten like low 90s, so that's why I'm still really red. It is now 6 something, almost 7 I think. And and I've taken an hour and a half long nap because I don't feel good whenever I've done stuff outside, and I didn't get everything done. I still had some more plants to plant, but I'll do them one night this evening. I'll do them one night this week, and then I had a little bit of mulch to put out around the trees in the backyard. I'm gonna have to do that just a different time. That doesn't have to be done right away. Because I've been exhausted, and so I was gonna KonMari depending on how I felt, but I've just felt shit all day basically. So I've been on and off stitching whenever I wasn't taking a nap, but I've done quite a bit. So I've finished all of the pink and red bits except this one. There's a part down here written in backstitch, and there's just a pink dot, one pink dot on each side. So saving that so I have something to tie it off and anchor it to. So I'm just finishing up. I'm doing some of this border, and then I'm going to do the lettering in this section so I can move it up because this is getting a bit bulky. And because it's so bulky, it's hard to do the stuff up here. So, so I can move that up, and then that's better though because the next one that I'm going to do is the one right above this. So, I started working on this yesterday, Saturday. So, I kind of feel like because it's a weekend, I was able to get a lot of stitching in on it. So, might be able to get this done. I don't know if I'll get it done tonight. I mean, I could if I don't take any more breaks. Okay, it's just after 10, so I'm gonna go to bed, but I did finish this one. I'm so excited. I know this is like a horrible view of it. But I already moved the hoop up because I wanted to start the next one. So the next one that I'm doing, try not to lose all my freaking threads, is this one right here. Obviously I'm not going to fill it in because I didn't do that on the other side, and I have a really cool pattern going through my fabric right there. So it's just mainly those 5 colors. The only thing that I may do, so this is supposed to be filled in with this pink. I may fill it in. I don't know. I'm going to do this and see what the lettering looks like without being filled in, because all the other banners throughout here like that are all filled in. So I might fill it in. I might not do it with the light pink because I'm just not as big of a fan of that color. I'll see whichever one looks best with that blue, although any of the pinks will look really good with that blue because I changed my blue out to being one of my favorite DMC colors, which is 3809. Love this color. So the color that it's supposed to be is 3717. Just kidding. Ooh, yeah, because I changed all my colors. It's supposed to be like this, for me, this light pink, which, I mean, it'll look nice, but I don't know. I might do it, if I do fill it in, I might do it a brighter one, or even maybe one of the yellows, just because I really like the yellows throughout this pattern, but I feel like they aren't used enough. And so, I don't know. We'll see. But I am going to head off to bed. Thank you again so much for joining me on my weekend adventures, because honestly, like, nothing happened this weekend. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.